In a time like this, when everything seems to be falling apart and the center is no longer holding up, more than ever we need words of inspiration, motivating words, and liberating words to power through our day. Welcome to another episode of the Word of the Day podcast. Our goal here is to soar you to greater heights in life.
I am your host, Ehihi Dominion. Does it feel like you're just going through the roller coaster life and don't even know where it's leading you? Do you feel like your life is on autopilot and you feel stuck getting out of it? Are you tired of doing things and you don't even know why? Or are you not even tired of just doing stuff for the reasons that you can't justify? Well, by now, I guess you should be tired of it. I will be tired of it too. But guess what? You are not alone in this path. I parabolated that path for many years of uncertainty, living out of habit, stuck in the autopilot, doing what was only accepted, what was only expected of me, and unsure why I felt so lost in place. Most especially on the inside, I felt so lost in place. But fortunately for me, I learned years ago that life doesn't have to be that way. When you adopt intentionality into your everyday life, you will begin to live on your own terms. And being intentional will help you create a life of meaning, a life of purpose, and a life of accomplishments. To unstuck yourself from that autopilot life and to live a blissful life of accomplishment, this moment has been chosen to encourage you. Be intentional. Be intentional. In whatsoever thing you do, be intentional. Be intentional. What does it even mean to be intentional? To be intentional means to be deliberate or purposive in whatsoever you do. To be intentional answers two questions behind our actions: the what and the why. The what and the why behind what you do or what you are doing or what you are about to do. It's always good to know and understand the action we are about to undertake. Please don't misunderstand this for second-guessing yourself. No, that is not what we're doing here. What I'm trying to say is you should indulge in acts of justifying the reasons behind your actions, most especially before you do it. It is good we know what we're doing, but it doesn't stop there. We should understand why we are doing what we do. Most of our actions, any actions you can't justify, is probably not intentional. And when they are not intentional, often we regret it. For you not to continue to regret your actions, to live a life of regret or a life of shame, I have decided to discuss how you can be intentional in your day-to-day life today. So let's take this precious moment to walk through the 5 ways to be intentional in your day-to-day living. Here are the 5 ways to be intentional every day. Number 1 is to know what you need. Know what you want and know what can wait. Know your needs is different from your wants, and know both what you need and what you want know the ones that can wait. Understanding and differentiating between our need, want, and what can wait is very crucial to our intentional living. It's very crucial to our survival, to our success, to our progress in life. Number 2, ask why before you act. Why? Why? Why am I doing this? Why do I want to do this? Why should I do this? Because if you find yourself asking the why after your action, it means you are probably regretting your action. That is when you hear something like, why did I even do this? What was I thinking? Why did I do it? If you find yourself asking that after you might have done it, you're probably in that state of regretting. You want to always ask yourself why you want it, why you need it. Why now? Why not later? Why do I want it now? Why do I need it now? Why do I want to do it now? And why should it wait? We always want to ask why. You want to know the what? You want to know the why. It's very important. It's very crucial to our life. For you to get yourself unstuck, for you to get yourself out of the flow of life and create your own terms, you have to know what you want, what you need, and what can wait. And you need to know why you're doing it. Why do you need it? Why do you want it? Why should it wait or why should it not wait? You have to know this for you to live an intentional life. You don't just want to keep living life and going with the flow. Let's move on to the next one. Number 3, you have to make SMART goals. And if you're not familiar with the word SMART as an acronym used in this video or in this context, let me break it down. You have to make SMART goals. I'm just going to summarize it. Watch out for our next episode that gives you details on making SMART goals. Because it's about being specific, being measurable, it should be attainable. That's the A. It should be attainable. Your goal has to be relevant or realistic. That is the R in the SMART. Your goal has to be relevant. Your goal has to be realistic. And lastly, on the SMART goal, your goal should be time-bound. There should be a timeline on your goal. That is all for being smart in setting your goals. Be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic or relevant, and time-bound. Number 4, be mindful of what you consume. Is it food? Is it drink? Be mindful of it. Is it visual, which consists of both the media, mainstream media, social media? Think of any kind of media. Even what you read, be mindful of it. Even audio, the music you listen to, talk shows, preaching, messages from friends, from anybody. Be mindful of what you let into your life. It is very important that you are mindful of what you let into your life. Why? Because it is crucial to your vision, it's crucial to your growth, and it's crucial to your success, your daily accomplishment, and your life as a whole. Please, I encourage you today, be mindful of whatsoever you let into your life. Be mindful of whosoever, friend or anybody that you let into your life. Number 5, be open for self-reflection. Our goal here is to never repeat mistakes. Is to look carefully, look inward, look forward, to what is before us and to those yet to come. Self-reflection helps us look at the past, present, and future while filtering through the good, the bad, and the ugly as to how we can enhance our life for the better. You can check my other episode for self-reflection to have a good details on it. I'm encouraging you today, be intentional. Be intentional in anything you do. This will help you do something you can be proud of. It will make it easy for you to accept responsibility for your action. If you are not intentional about it, you cannot be proud of it. And if you cannot be proud of it, you probably should not be doing it in the first place. Be intentional. It is easier to take responsibility for our action when what you've done is intentional. When you've thought through, it also makes it easy for you to be proud of it. The great people we adore today, the great people we esteem, they all at one point or the other became intentional about their life. They didn't just sit down there and wait for miracle to happen. They were part of the process. They became very intentional in making changes, in making adjustments, in changing the course of their life, in unstucking themselves from the autopilot. They became very intentional in deactivating the autopilot so that they can gain control over their life. Don't just continue to live a life that goes with the flow. As some will say, I'm just going with the flow. No, don't go with the flow. People that go with the flow don't make it. People that goes with the flow are not successful. People that go with the flow don't know progress. People that goes with the flow are those that we see that they are just dependent on what the government will give to them. They are just dependent on what life will present to them. That is not what successful people do. Successful people go out with intentions. They are very intentional in their going out, in their coming in their meeting people, in their speaking to people, in what they love, in what they do, in what they hate. They are very intentional about it. Don't spend your life winding in the flow of life. Take control of your life. Take control of your life. The aircraft we see that flies today, that we enjoy when we take flight to anywhere, it does not go with the flow. It goes against the wind. That is being intentional. Don't go with the majority. Be unique on your own. You can only do that by being intentional. Being intentional will help you surpass through the pressures of life. Be intentional. Success does not just happen. You have to be intentional about success. You have to be intentional about life. Don't let this time pass you. Don't let this time pass you by without making a change. Be intentional. Be intentional. God bless you and thank you for your time. Don't forget to check on Facebook, on our YouTube channel, and ahedominion.com so that you don't miss out on inspirational materials like this. Remain blessed and inspired.
Word of the day. Word of the day.